Hi guys, welcome to another amazing episode of Get It On. You already know the Jack and Get It On. We talk about everything that has to do with love, relationship, and today I have two amazing women in the studio. Like, when I mean amazing, I mean every shade of amazing. I'm not going to do the introductions, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But please, if you have not followed DFET TV, please follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends about DFET TV because you already know that here at DFET TV is premium content and nothing. We'll be doing introductions when we come back from our very short break. I'll give you the time now to subscribe and tell your friends that something juicy is coming up. Do not touch the dial. Welcome back guys. So I told you that I'm going to let them do introductions today. So let's start with this amazing woman by my right side.
Hi everyone, my name is Nana Agada and I'm very pleased to be with you today.
Hello everybody, my name is Iritoluwa Ogunbowale and I am also pleased to be here.
So, if you had watched last week's episode, I'm sure you'll be expecting a lot of wise words there. So let us take it. Let us just pause on the wise words. We'll be discussing something that is try not to cry. And we're all sensitive today. We'll be talking about heartbreaks, red flags, deal breakers, you know. For all of us that they've served a lot of breakfast, you know, and mended our hearts. We'll be burying it all today. Please do not forget, subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends about DFET TV because here we discuss a lot of juicy stuff. So we're going to start with you, Ireti. Have you ever been heartbroken before?
Yes, I have.
What's this experience like for you?
There are many experiences. Which one should I pick from? Yes, now.
It sounds a lot.
Yes.
Okay, which one actually hurt the most?
I think the one that I had when I was in school. Yes, so I was dating this particular guy. You know, I'm kind of listening that when I start dating you, I want to always, I always do it with the intention of, oh, I might get married to this person. I see you like that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So this guy, now, I don't know what happened. We were still having a lot of arguments. We still not communicating properly and all of that. And then I went to his place one time. And then I was like on this phone, no man, normal.
So you're snooping through his
No, snooping. I wanted to take pictures, yeah, but I was like, let me just go through his gallery and just see what's happening because he's a photographer, yeah. And then I see this picture of a girl. And then I'm like, okay, who is this person? And then he's like, is his friend. I was like, okay, she snapped in your house. Did she come to your house today? He said no. And I hate it when you lie to my face. Like, just say, okay, she came. I'll say, okay, no problem, she came. And then when I started, like, asking too many questions, like, am I the only person that has this paint on the wall? I was like, blah. So, like, the breakup, it was not as if he said, I'm done with you. But then we just cut communications. There was no explanation. There was nothing. It's just, you know how you are like wondering, okay, what did I do? And I'm always calling and I'm texting and I'm like, hey, hello, what's up? And he sees me, he just passes. You know how school is now. You know school environments. Everybody's
and
like,
people like knew you guys were dating.
Let me bust your head. One of my friends that is for like a mutual friend, I was like chatting this guy, okay, help me beg this guy now. What did I do? All this kind of things. And then their chat was down. He said to the guy that, have I ever introduced her as my girlfriend to you?
Hey.
I said, oh my god.
Oh my god.
What? Fasting and prayers for 1 week, because you know how someone will break your heart and then just turn to God and start praying, that kind of thing. that was the worst for me. That was the worst for me.
Breakups actually always turn us back to God.
That is like, you're like, Jesus, I'm back. So that was it for me, yeah.
Alright, so how about you, Nene?
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I've been heartbroken before, to answer the question first. Yes, it wasn't a very good experience. Basically because I expected more. I expected more from the person in question. You hold somebody up high,
very high.
it's a different situation that you meet someone like anything can happen. This one, yeah. But when you got into a place with someone and you're like, we're good, and then you cross your leg and then something just shows up, and then it's not just that. It just happens. It happens, and then he's married.
What?
Yeah.
Men are what? Men are scum. Men are waiting. What? Men are scum. I said it.
Okay, not that he was married while we were dating, but you know what I mean, like
that kind of thing where you just see invitation card and you're like, but I was, we were.
Lots of questions.
What
did I do wrong?
That is the
I
freaking
wasn't
problem.
enough. You just have to question a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think one day I had a conversation with him.
Like after the breakup,
I need to know what happened because I'm stunned. And then he said, and I think that was the point where I felt like, nah, this wasn't for me. Thank you, Lord, for bringing me out of this. I didn't see it then, but I see it now. It was when he said, I didn't think you were ready for marriage. I'm like, okay, so what do you mean? Oh, you loved your job too much. He was like, nope, this wasn't mine. Here. So I think that was all the courage I needed to take my life.
I'm still repeating that men are scum.
Let me just check the card.
Sorry, darling.
Not all.
You are amazing men.
Maybe that's like our personal, that's like personal experience. Do you understand?
Men are
I don't know.
scum.
Alright, so let me just chat the cost away from what we're talking about. You mentioned something where she said, oh, the guy said you love your job too much. So I want to know, can you date someone that has ambition? Like there's some people that always say, you're too ambitious, you're too this, you're too that. Can you date someone that has a problem with your job, or can you leave your job because of your marriage? Relationship, don't never go to marriage.
Okay, first of all, I don't think I can date someone that is like that because I have not had any experience. I've heard, but I've not had any experience with any guy that's always like, you are too this or you are too that.
I'm so in love with this person and
if it's that we're in different locations and I have to move for you and I feel like, okay, we're getting to that point where we get married, yes, I can move for that person. But if we're in the same location and your job is like maybe very, very important and I really like my own and you want me to now leave it because you feel like it's threatening the relationship or whatever, we'll have a discussion, and if you're not nice, bye. Goodbye.
For me, it's a flat no. No explanation, no. I wouldn't give up my dreams, I wouldn't give up myself.
Because you definitely will not do it.
Yes, for any man. But what I would say is, I'm ready to make certain compromises, right?
Yeah.
That would entail us, that means you are going to make certain compromises.
Exactly.
That would entail us meet on a common ground. So you can't tell me, just leave your job.
Just like that.
No, I wouldn't.
These same men that will say leave your job, after you've now left the job and you've been out together for a long time, they'll say, she's too this thing, she asks me for money, she this, I want her really, and then you feel like,
it's not about housewife.
that kind of thing. So it's very tricky.
Let me chip in here that nobody, I'm not talking man or nobody is worth you giving up your dreams. Absolutely nobody.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, you could compromise, but then
you could change a few things. You could change the road map.
Yeah.
But then you change the destination you get into.
Exactly.
And before you change that road map, the person has to be rock gold, solid.
Yes, sir.
Like you have to be so sure.
Yeah.
So talking about red flags here, have you ever dated somebody like literally you saw the red flag, like you knew that there's certain things about this person and you're like, let's just see how it goes?
Have I really dated someone with some red flags? I can't categorically say yes or no because I'm a very careful person when it comes to relationships and stuff. But by the time you get into the relationship and you guys settle, definitely you're going to have like character clashes.
Yeah.
This person has been living 25, 26, 27 years of his life without you. I've been living 25, 26, 27, whatever years of my life without him. So there are definitely going to be things that we don't agree on.
Yeah.
Yes, those things happen. But it's okay that you have a bad character or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. But I think the large question here is how toxic is your character?
Yeah.
How does it affect me? You know, what does it make me into? What does it turn me into? It's the question is, does it affect me in a personal way? Does it affect my mental health? Can I handle it? You know, because sometimes I can handle something and then the next person cannot handle it. You know, that's how you hear someone say, "Oh, I can handle the cheating man," but someone else can't. So I think that's my take on that.
Right. So how about you? Really someone you saw the red flags and then you still like that's how it goes.
I think I doubt that people show their red flags very like on the onset. I don't think you really like see it, because then we're in the honeymoon phase. Everybody, oh my god, love, he's the one of my dreams. Like you're on cloud nine. But yeah, I feel like after you guys have settled down and then you start seeing some of these things that we classify as red flags, it depends on what she says, like, you know, how you can accommodate it or do or whatever. But I think I've been with somebody that had this communication issue. I don't know if I would tag that as a red flag, but then it was there because I was always complaining. I found out that I started nagging too much. I started complaining too much. When we broke up, it took me a while to date anybody because I felt like everybody would have that problem. So it messed up my head in a kind of way. So I don't think I would want to like just delve in deeply like into a relationship with someone that I started noticing their red flags.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going on a very short break. I don't know if you're enjoying it because I'm already like having so much fun. Like, don't close the bell. Stay on DFET TV. Welcome back, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is Ladies Hangout on Bear It All. It's still on DFET TV. I'm hoping that you've subscribed and told your friends about DFET TV. So before we go on the break, we're talking about red flags, you know, heartbreaks and all of that. Now we're going to delve in. I want to know, like, personally, Nene, what would you consider as a red flag? Like, what are things that are red flags to you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't stand lies. You know, no matter how much I try. Once I notice that you lie to me about stuff, nope, I can't deal with that. I can't stand an abusive man. When I mean abuse, I'm not just talking about physically. Mentally, you know, those people that would want to manipulate you and then gaslight, you know. Once I sense that you have those tendencies, nope. Verbal abuse, oh god, you see that one? I can't deal. Verbal abuse.
Let's be jokingly say,
you're stupid. Yeah, we can be playing. Please don't say this stupid girl. Don't do it. Don't play like we don't do that fair. You know. And then I can't stand someone who is egoistic. I understand that every man has an ego. Man, I know. I'll speak for you too now. You know what's up. I know that every man has an ego. A lot of women don't understand this. You know, it's how they are. You know, the way we want to be loved and babied and carried. Man, that's what it is. But when your ego is bigger than, when it crowds your judgment, I think that's the language. When it begins to crowd your judgment, when it begins to, that's all you see about yourself. It's who you are. That's safe. Get out.
How about you, Reti?
Well, I think from my previous experiences, I think the ones that I cannot deal with would be with you saying something and then not doing that thing, like your words not matching your actions. That is like deal number one. Like I cannot just deal with that. And then, like she said something about someone being manipulative. I don't know the word you used yet.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, exactly. So that one too is just, I've had so many experiences like that. Like, and I start doubting myself. I start feeling like, don't I have sense?
I think a lot of men are gaslighters. Like, I think a lot of men
so
are
they do it
gaslighters.
so easily. Like it's something that comes very easily to them.
I also notice it's part of their defensive mechanism. Sorry for cutting you short. It's part of their defensive mechanism. So they do something, you catch them. Like who are we? They will turn them. You feel stupid for even thinking. You start calculating how the whole thing happened.
Now this is take up.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then the next thing they will now do is what we call in law. Sorry, I'm a lawyer. Tukokwe. You too. You also. They don't make you see a reason why what they did is a resultant effect from something that you have. I can't do no.
Yeah. You know, it reminded me of a friend that was, you know, just we're talking about, she broke up with her boyfriend, like, so she said something, she noticed that he was acting funny, and for some reason he just became very protective of his phone. So on a very good day, she just goes through the phone, and then she's seen a lot of red chats with some random girls. But this, he had not done anything, but he said there was intention to do something. And instead of him to deal with the fact that, you know, I'm seeing this, you're supposed to go through my phone. Bruh, like, we're talking about something serious.
That's a typical man for you.
Like, told her to leave the house because she went to the phone. But bruh, we're talking about what I'm seeing.
That's a typical man for you.
What mattered at that point was she was going to smell it. Everybody that reached out to him, talk to him, or see what you're doing to. And he was like, it's not my business. Why would she go through my phone? But bruh, there's an issue. You know? There's something we're trying to talk about. So
that's how a lot of men can be.
So I think,
not all, but a lot.
So I think like that's just the ones that I can remember for now that I feel like that are like really, really, really important for me. Those are the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been heartbroken. How do you deal? Like, how do you like? I'm asking because, like, to be very honest, I feel like I'm going to say from personal, like people that I know.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like women have a lot of issues dealing with heartbreaks. I've seen, okay, I'll say personally for me, it's an issue. Like, I don't know how to, like, you know, get over something. And then I make the mistake of just running into another thing just to make sure I forget about it. So it's like, how do you, like, literally cope? How do you deal?
Okay. Have good friends. That's why I am very once you're a woman and you go into a relationship and then you feel like your single sisters are nonsense, you know, I have an issue with you, I have an issue with that, you know, have friends. Have good girlfriends. Have quality relationships. Now beyond the girlfriends, even guys, have quality relationships. Because at the time, I'm someone that I shut down. When I deal with issues, I shut down. I hardly talk to anybody, family, friends, you know. So it takes people who are sensitive, who know me, to know that something is going on, and they would always reach out. You know, that period, I remember that was during COVID, so it was worse. You know,
wow, that was nice.
It was worse to handle because it was just you. And I remember that period, my dad came around, and we're in the same house, but we barely talked. He didn't understand. So now they talk about it in my house. Oh, your father came to stay in Abuja for like a very long time with you, and you could barely hold a conversation. They didn't know what I was going through. You know, they didn't see it, but it was my friends, man. It was my friends. I remember two of my friends would call me and we would be on video calls, you know, throughout, and sometimes they would sing to me. You know, they would just make you know that you're bigger than this. That was one. Two, channel the energy right. Get something and feed it. Get something you love. Get something you are attached to. For me, then it's media. For me, that was what I channeled my energy to. I took on one of my very long projects I've been trying to get done in the longest time, and I channeled my emotions there, and I did it, and I was fine. I had satisfaction achieving something.
The power she's saying that with is amazing.
So how do you deal with heartbreak?
Well, just to start, I have dealt very, very badly with them. Just because I don't like talking. So I have very good friends, I have very good girlfriends, but for me to open up and say this is what is wrong with me is a very, very big deal, because I feel like once I say it out, everybody starts giving me a lot of opinions and stuff, and I don't want to hear at that very point in time. So I stress it, I do that a lot. Very bad. I stress it. I do that. I was ordering food every day. So it doesn't help. Food was like my comfort for a while, and then sleeping. Yes, and sleeping. And so sometimes I would just go to the store, take my flour and start baking. I'm not baking for anybody. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just make sure your mind is somehow not empty. Just make sure you are doing something and all. And then talking to your friends, although I don't do that, but that works too. And then I also listen to sad music. Sad music helps me. Then I will now cry, and then I'm fine.
Oh, really?
Yes. after 2 months, I'm fine.
But
But then to get
that's
to
a long
relationship
time.
is a big deal for me. I have guys that I talk to that will flirt and all, but then I'm always like, I like you, but
I'm ready for all of
that
that.
kind of thing. Yeah. So music helps me a lot.
There was something you said, right, about you don't want to talk to your friends because sometimes you literally don't even need to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's the company that they would give you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the sometimes
The issue with me now is I don't have any friends in Abuja. All of my friends are like in Lagos, in Ibadan.
trust me, all these things happened online. I didn't
I'm doing like COVID.
I didn't see, you know. So sometimes I have one of my friends that will call me and we're not talking.
Just be on call.
Just be there. The comfort that I will get that someone I love and
Like,
love
you don't have a conversation.
she's just there.
Wow. That's
She'll be doing what she's doing, but
the fact that
you're there, you know, was just all I needed. I had a friend, a guy, that would call me, Stan, and Stan would sing to me. We won't talk about, he'll be like, how are you? And he'll just sing. So, like, you don't really have to, because if you know that talking about it will still trigger, you really don't have to talk about it. Your friends understand, you know, how you work and what works for you. They should do what works for you.
exactly.
Alright guys, I'm going to have a last short break. When we get back, we'll be talking a little deeper. Do not touch the dial. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is so mushy. Like, compared to the bad boys that we've been having, like, it's so mushy. Keep it locked, please. Well, welcome back, guys. I'm hoping that you have subscribed to our channel. If you're just tuning in, this is Ladies Hangout on Bear It All. We've been bearing a lot of things out, you know, from heartbreaks to red flags, you know, to how to deal with heartbreaks. So I'm going to ask you a question, Ireti.
Yes.
You know, that just seems to be a lot one-sided. You know how the men have hurt us, and you know, let's be fair. Have you ever broken someone's heart?
Yes, I have.
Oh my God, what happened?
The worst revelation ever. Yeah, I know I have, and I don't want to like give all of the details, but I messed up really badly, and I'm kind of a person that even though when I messed up and I fucked up and I did what I did, I called him and I was like, this is what happened. Like instantly, I was
Oh, you know, like reported yourself.
yeah, I was like, okay, this is what happened. This is what I did, and he was like, why? And I could not talk. I could not give like. It's not as if I wanted like I was planning for this to hurt him, or it was in my mind that okay, I was going to do this thing to this person, but then it just happened, and then I explained and I apologized, and then we didn't talk for a while, and then we came back together, and then he was like, he wants to work here, and I'm like, are you sure that this can happen? Like, are you sure you want us to continue? And he was like, yes. And then I started feeling extra, I don't know what English now to use. I was not as if I was trying more.
Okay, like extra hard to keep the relationship
Yeah, to please him
going.
because I didn't want to now break his heart again for the second time and be like, okay, I'm not interested anymore. I just had to like just flow with it, and then it was now a very long issue of stress. It was just stressful. So yes, I've broken someone's heart. Just one person, no, just one person.
I'm a good girl, though. I don't think I have.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I would say is this whole breaking people's hearts up, let us stop it. Because we're just recycling broken people.
Yeah.
So you break someone's heart today, tomorrow someone breaks another person's heart, and then I remember that these are two heartbroken people. So maybe the person has not been healed, you know, and you can never totally heal from it. But it will leave something with you.
Yeah.
Definitely, it must leave something with you. So we should just try. Our generation, we're too quick with all this. If you know you're not matching for a relationship, you're not ready. Yes. If you just want something for fun, make it clear that you want for fun. If the person is available for fun,
Exactly.
people will go. But, yeah.
Okay, so I want to, you know, on this whole breaking people's hearts, I'm going to cite a very personal experience, and then I'm going to ask a question. So I think back in school I was dating someone. I don't know how to explain it. How do you guys? Okay, so personally, I'm someone that is a mommy. When I'm dating you, literally, I carry you on my head. I can even be the one doing the, you know, buying. I don't mind. Like, I'm a lover girl like that. I give like everything when I'm dating somebody. So this person I was dating at some point, the person I got so used to being babied. And then and then I'm babying, and then at some point I'm just exhausted and I really want to be babied, And I'm not very expressive when I'm dating. I don't talk. I feel like maybe if you get to know me, I shouldn't tell you certain things.
That's wrong, but go ahead.
Yeah, but then, I'm like, can't this nigga like do something? I can't be the one always. And then I finally put my mouth to say, oh, see, I feel like I would appreciate it if you
match the energy.
Yeah, do you understand? And then 1 week he's trying, and then the next week he just goes back to, oh, B, I want this, B, I want that, B, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then, he just pushed me. Then I met somebody, as a friend. I know there was no intention of hurting the person I was dating. And then, the person is now the one babying me. This is something I've not gotten. And then how emotions can be a bitch.
Yeah.
And I found myself spending more time. It's not like I did not love my boyfriend. I still loved that guy that I was, talking to did not reach my boyfriend anywhere in my heart. But because I was getting something I was not used to. I found myself talking to this person more than him, tilting to that direction more. Until one day I just woke up and I told my boyfriend I don't want to date you again. And I was like, we didn't fight, what happened?
I think it's better you even just told him you're done than for you to have done something that he found out.
But the problem was that he already noticed that something else was taking my attention. So he's not going to communicate and say, okay, this is what you're doing. I just am not dating again. And then in the next week I was already around this person. Now I did not intend to hurt him, but yeah, I hurt him.
Okay.
So it's like, how do we my question really is, when you're in a relationship with somebody, how do you deal when it's choking me, you understand?
I understand
how do you deal? How do you communicate to the person and make this person? I feel like you don't have to always do the talking. How can you understand?
My darling, talk. See, this mouth God gave you. It's to talk. Talk. I'm not a spirit. I don't live in your heart. I wouldn't know when you're hurt until you say it. Sometimes your actions might reveal it, and I'll be like, oh, I hurt you now, But talk about it. See, men are not every man. Let me not say men. Not every man is a very sensitive person, right? So it's not like they are out to hurt you, or they are out to be annoyed. But I'm not even saying it. Let me give an instance. You're dating somebody, and then you're noticing that now that girl likes him. I say, this girl say no. And honestly, they are not saying it.
But because you're a girl, you can tell.
And you're not saying see. So it's now him to now take your hand and say, okay, this girl likes me, let me. Do you understand? That's how some men. So talk talk about everything. Talk. I feel like one of the reasons why a lot of relationship, what happened to you was that you were building resentment and you didn't know. And the day the resentment,
what if you're telling this person?
If you keep saying it and it's not working, then walk away. Then on the issue of you started out babying this person.
You stopped him now.
Anything you can't continue, don't start it.
But what if that's your type of person? That's who you are.
Control it, baby. Control it until you know that the person can match you.
Yeah.
Because when you give, whatever you begin to permit from the beginning is permitted. It's hard to change it.
Exactly.
It only takes someone who is ready for that relationship to work, to put in the energy to change it.
Yeah.
So if you know that this is how you are, put it on locks for a bit. Get to know the person. Get to know if the person can match that energy. This person is in love with me as I am with him. See it all play out. Guard yourself a little bit. Guard yourself. So when you've gotten to that place where, okay, this person, I can give him this, I can give him all and he won't abuse it, then you know that at the same time, so the person is giving you his all and you're not going to abuse it. Do you understand? So whatever you're not ready to see through to the end, whatever hand you start with, I was about to speak whatever hand you start with, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, but the thing is, like she said, we have to guard ourselves and all of that. I understand all of that, yeah, but I feel like if I'm guarding myself and he has gone through a lot of things and he's guarding himself, what happens?
Talk about it. Say this is what it is. This is why I'm acting this way. This is, and he says, oh, this is why this is. Then you guys know that you've unburdened.
Yeah.
But it's different that we've not had that conversation. I like you, and then something starts up, right? And you're still there knowing that let me be sure. My guy.
Safeguard.
They say Kochiri, no lose guard. Do you understand? Yes. No, I'm not even saying that all the walls should be up.
Some certain walls.
Yeah, but protect yourself. Like she said, she's that person that wants to get. Baby, hold it in.
Yeah, I'm always like, I'm the kind of person that is always like, I'm calling you, calling.
Do you understand? Hold it.
Texting,
hold it in. Hold it in till you know that this person can get there with you. You know, there's sometimes someone will ask me, do you really love me at all? I'm like, do you understand? You know, but you notice that when you know that this person is worth it, those things you just see yourself. It comes naturally.
Right. So on the conversation on heartbreak, ideally, like, okay, not ideally, well, yeah, personally, ideally, whichever one works. How long should someone stay after a heartbreak before the person jumps into a new one?
As long as it takes you. As long as it takes me. I feel like you might feel like, okay, I'm ready, I'm all of that, and then you meet someone new that you really like. And then let's say it's not as if it's a red flag entirely, but then there's something that just happens, maybe a
trigger
one time, and then you're like, you just block out. I feel like just take your time. If it takes you a year, if it takes you 2 months, if it takes you 3 months, like just
whatever works for you.
Space, yeah, whatever works for you. I think that
yeah. I totally agree with you. Like whatever works for you, take it. But I begin to have a problem if you begin to push away good people, you know, because you're dealing. Nah, no, darling. Sorry, that's why you hear all these. Oh, these ones, girls get married, and because these ones they've learned the ability to move on.
Right.
They've learned the power to move. My guy, move. Exactly. Right. So don't let how you were feeling deter you from something beautiful that is coming your way.
Something beautiful come my way, please.
You know, so be sensitive enough. I think I almost did that. It took a lot of advice from people, senior people to tell me, don't let something good because you are sulking, on something that happened. So find that balance. Take all the time you need to heal.
Yeah.
To be okay, to feel you again. That's okay. But once you've done that, don't let the past hold the good thing of the future away from you.
Alright guys, we'll be drawing the curtain here. If not, I'm sure we'll spend the whole day here.
Exactly.
And then before we leave, then I'd like to know, like, generally, what are your 2 cents to the people watching general and relationships and heartbreak?
If you're going through one right now, you'll be fine. It feels like you're never going to be. You can't imagine yourself not texting this person. Darling, you'll be fine. Time, they say, heals everything. Reach out to people you need to reach out to, talk to people you need to talk to. You'll be fine. That's 1. 2, if you know you have something good going on, don't use nonsense as spoiling. There is nothing on the streets, so
yes.
The streets is not dead. It's not green on the other side, though. Stay where you are and work on your relationship. As long as it's not a toxic place for you to be. And then finally, to the ones who are yet to go in, there's no rush to. Take your time. Find what is best for you. Find what is right for you. And to the other ones that feel like you can go around breaking people, your doom is coming.
It's coming. Unfold. It's coming.
You broke your heart so much.
My dear, let's not go there, Sha. Let's not go there. So my own 2 cents, Abby. So I would just say, as someone that is still nursing
a heartbreak.
As someone that I'll just say, time. Time is everything. Time is everything, because if you feel like, okay, you are ready and you want to just jump into something might just trigger you and you just fall back like 10 paces back. So that's that. And then there is love.
And there is good one. There is good one. Very good
love jam you like this. Let the love jam you. If the love jam you,
I know.
You will feel it. So just take your time and I think you should really observe. Don't just jump into anything. The problem that I had in most of my relationship was I did not observe very well. I don't want to say I was dating for the fun of it, but everybody was dating in school and it was like, you know, oh, my boyfriend, and I was like, okay, my boyfriend. But now that I'm like this now, it's like, okay, you like me, that's cool. What are your likes? I want to know everything about. Observe, take your time, and
Okay, so like that's like before the dating stage.
yes. You might just be being with someone and not commit totally. As far as you guys talk and you guys understand that is the page you are on, just take your time, find love, and
if you're not mature enough, don't venture. Don't go.
That is something that I've told my younger self.
Yeah, don't go. All these young people in secondary school, even universities, take your time, relax. Relax.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm sure you had so much. I don't know, phone doesn't even begin to describe it, right? You were, I don't know, really full. If you see us be seeing stuff like this, please subscribe to DFET TV. Till we come away next time. Bye.
Bye.